Jai Hind students, welcome to physics class of grade 10. I hope all of you are fine at your home. Last time we discussed about the image formation in convex lens and concave lens. Also the questions which were based on the mirror formula. Today we will do a very interesting concept. That concept is of magnification. Now in case of lenses, you have seen that sometime image formed is diminished and sometime image formed is magnified. Then there must be a physical quantity which should compare the size of an object and its image. So that physical quantity is magnification. So let's do the magnification. Magnification it is the ratio of height of image to height of object, right? It is the ratio of height of image to the height of object. For example, all of you have done, this is a convex lens, this point is optical center, this is f, this is 2f. If you place the object at f, again it is f, again it is 2f. Let us say one ray will pass through focus, and what about the second ray? It passes through the optical center, and there these rays are meeting. Definitely image is formed here. Now object here is AB. Let us say H1 is the size of object and H2 is the height of image. H1 is height of object and H2 is the height of the image. Then this magnification is represented by M. It equals to H2 divided by H1. It is equal to H2 divided by H1. Now all of you know that here object distance is OA, it is U, and image distance is OA dash, it is V. And it can be proved, proof is not in your syllabus, that M it equals to minus it equal to V over U, not minus V over U, it is simply equal to V over U. So I can write magnification it equals to H2 divided by H1, V divided by U. What is V? V is image distance and U is object distance. H2 is height of image and H1 is the height of the object. Now a few points that you have written in case of mirrors also, in case of magnification of mirror also, I am repeating those. The point number 1 is that not number 1. M, if magnitude of M is greater than 1, it means image formed is magnified. The image formed in the previous case, it was magnified because image size was greater than the object size. Second point is, if M equals to 1, it means height of image is equal to the height of object. Third point is, if magnification magnitude is less than 1, what does it mean? It means image formed is diminished. Why diminished? Because it represents H2 less than H1. Fourth point is, if magnification is positive, it means image formed is erect and virtual. Fifth one is, if magnification is negative, image formed is real and inverted. Erect and virtual we have discussed in case of mirrors also. If object is here and image formed is here, let us say this is a lens. This height is negative, this height is positive. So if you take the ratio, it will be inverted. So in this case, image formed is real and inverted. So these are the points that you have to keep in your mind. If I ask the question, what is the sign of magnification if object is placed beyond 2f before convex lens? What is the sign of magnification if object is placed beyond 2f? Image formed was real and inverted, and for real and inverted magnification is negative. So its answer will be negative. And same question, but if object is placed between optical center and focus in case of convex lens. And what type of image is from erect and virtual? So its magnification, it will be positive. So these are the points that we have to keep in your mind. Alright? Next is, let's do some questions which are based on magnification. So let's do this. Now which formulas you should know? Lens formula 1 by f equals to 1 by v minus 1 over u, and m it equals to h2 divided by h1, it equal to v divided by u. What is the v? V is image distance and u is the object distance. Now let's check it out. What the question? Question is, an object of height 3 cm is placed before concave lens of focal length 30 cm at a distance of 100 cm. This is the question given. What I have to find? Find location, nature and height of image. Are you ready? So let's start. What is given here? Height of object. This is the height of object. It is 3 centimeter. So h1 it equals to 3 centimeter. This is the concave lens. Let us say this is the concave lens and this is principal axis. Let us say object is placed. No, object is above principal axis. So what I am taking h1 as the positive. Object is placed on the left hand side of the lens, so u will be negative 100 centimeters. Since it is concave, its focal length is minus 30 centimeters. What I have to calculate? I have to calculate nature. Nature can be known by magnification. I have to calculate the location of image. So let's find out, and also what is the height of the image. So let's do this. Now I know that from lens formula 1 by f equals to 1 by v minus 1 over u. So here 1 by f minus 30. I have to calculate, and u is minus 100 and minus minus plus. So I can say 1 by v equals to 1 by minus 30 minus 100. Now put up the values. Minus 30 and it is plus 1 over 100. So when this term will go to the left hand side, 1 by v equals to 1 over minus 30 minus 1 over 100. Its LCM will be 100 and 30, 300. So minus 10 and minus 3 here, minus 13 by 300. So this is the reciprocal of v. If I want to calculate v, what I have to do? I have to again take the reciprocal, and that will be equal to minus 300 over 13. And when you will solve this, it will be approximately minus 23.8 centimeter. Why? What does this negative sign indicates that? So if you try to complete its image, you will find that its image is formed there. At this point, its image is formed, and this image is also on the left hand side. So that's why here it indicates that image distance is negative. Now I have to also calculate the nature of the image also, and nature of the image can be found by the magnification, and magnification is the ratio of the v to u. So if I put up the values, again it will be positive, and what I have explained you, that the positive value of magnification, it indicates the erect and virtual image. Again magnification, it equals to h2 by h1. So what is magnification? I calculated 10 over 13, it equals to h2 by 3. So when you solve this, 3 will come on this side. So what will happen? It is 30 by 13, so it will be 2.38 centimeter. And if you note it down, the sign of h2 is again plus. What does this positive sign indicates? It indicates that image is formed above principal axis. All of you know that when height is above principal axis, it is taken as positive. When it is something is below principal axis, its height is taken as negative. If point is on left hand side, its distance from the optical center is always taken negative, and if it is on right hand side, its distance is always taken positive from the optical center. So if we use sign convention, we will get these results. Okay, let's do the same question, but for convex lens. What happens if we are having the convex lens? Okay, let's do the same question for the convex lens. Same question for the convex lens. So let's check it out. How the concepts they differ from one another. Now, since it is the case of convex lens, right? Now it is convex lens. For convex lens, focal length is always positive. So let me also draw the diagram of this also. Let us say we are having a convex lens, and this is optical principal axis. This point is optical center. This is f. This is 2f, and here it is f. Here it is 2f. Right? Now, for the simplicity, you can write it as 1 and 2 here. If you don't write 1 and 2, it makes no difference. It is equally correct. Now, object is 100 centimeter. OF1 focal length is 30 centimeter. Right? So, what does this is 30 centimeter and object is 100 centimeter. So, object is beyond 2f. When object is beyond 2f, so let me take this object, it is beyond 2f. So what happens? One of the ray parallel, and it passes through focus after refraction. Another ray, it passes through focus, and its image is formed there, A dash, B dash. This object is A, B. Right? So let us say this is H1, this one is H2, So let's take it out. H1 is here 3 centimeter, U is here 100 centimeter. Why 100? Because it is on the left hand side. Focal length is 30 centimeter, right? And magnification V I have to calculate. Now use length formula 1 by F equals to 1 by V minus 1 over U. What is F? F here is 30, it's plus. In previous case it was minus. V I have to calculate. And what is U? U is minus 1 over 100, minus minus plus. So if I try to solve this 1 by V, it will be 1 over 30 minus 1 over 100, because when it will shift it to left hand side, this positive it will become negative. So what is the LCM? LCM is 310 minus 3, it is 7 by 300. So what is V? V here is 300 by 7. 7 4s are 28, and again it is 20. So 2 and 7 8s are 56, and it is 45. So it is approximately 42.85. Why this distance is positive? Because image is formed on the right hand side, so that's why this distance is positive. Now, what is the nature of image? Is it erect or virtual, real or inverted? Let's check it out. Magnification is V over U. Now put up the values of V and U. How much is V here? For 300 by 7. I have taken 300 by 7 because here it is 30, and I know that to solve this it is very convenient. So it is 30. 30 it is going on 100, 10. So it is 10 by 7. And what this is? This is positive or negative? U was negative. So it should be negative. So what does it mean? It is negative. It means image is real and inverted. Right? Now, but M is equal to H2 by H1 also. It means minus 10 over 7, it equals to H2. I have to calculate what is H1? 3 centimeters. So what is H2? Minus 10 by 3 by 7 minus 20 by 7 centimeter. If you try to solve this, how much it will be? Minus 30 by 7. So again, it will be 4.285 centimeters. That is, image is bigger than this. And here you will find that H2 is negative. Why? What H2 is negative means? This image is formed below principal axis. So this is the reason that why H2 is negative. So in this way, we can solve the questions which are based on the lens formula concept of magnification. Now next topic is, we have done lenses, and question is, what are the uses of lenses? Lenses are very, very important for us. I have told you. Now, so let's discuss one by one uses of convex lens. What are the uses of convex lens? The first use is, it is used in cameras. It is used in cameras, projectors, telescopes, microscopes, and it is also used in spectacles to cure hypermetropia. Hypermetropia is a disease in which a person is unable to see the nearby objects. For example, if I am unable to see the nearby objects clearly, it means I am suffering from hypermetropia. So to rectify that disease, what the person has to do? Person has to wear the spectacles in which concave convex lenses are used. So these are the uses of convex lens. What are the uses of concave lens? First use is, it is used in spectacles to cure hypermetropia, not myopia. Myopia is a disease in which person is able to see the nearby objects, but he cannot see the far away objects distinctly. If you look into the sky, he will see that there may be many stars, but to him they will appear as a single star, because he can't see the far away objects clearly. To cure this, what a person requires? Person requires to use the spectacles of concave lens, right? And this myopia, hypermetropia, you will read in the next chapter. And second is, now what is the limitation? Convex lens is used to form image in camera, telescopes, microscopes, projectors, etc. But what is the problem with the convex lens is that the image formed is blurred. Distorted image we get. We don't get the clear image, we get the distorted image. So, to remove distortions, blur in images formed, concave lens is used. Concave lens is used in cameras to get more clear image, telescopes, projectors, etc. Now, there are certain devices which use the lasers. For example, scanners. They use the laser. You might have seen when a document is scanned, you might see the laser. DVD, CD players. You might have seen that laser light. But laser light is very narrow. Then how we obtain diverge? By placing a concave lens. Because concave lens is a diverging lens, so it diverges. So concave lenses are used for the devices like scanners, DVD, CD players, which use laser light to diverge, right? So that light, it diverges to a more area. So these are the uses of concave lens and the convex lens. Now another very important topic that we are going to discuss, it surely comes in your CBSE exams. That topic is the power of the lens. Direct question comes as on this, power of the lens. What is the meaning of the term power of lens? You wear spectacles. What is the number of spectacles? That number is given by the power of the lens that we use in the spectacles. Now, look at this lens. One lens is this. Parallel rays is coming and it gets focused. Another lens is this. Let us say parallel rays are coming and they also get focused. Is there any difference between these two approaches? Yes. Here, now what is the difference? The difference is that in first case, the converging power is more because rays are converged at a lesser distance in comparison to this. Here, the rays are getting converged at more distance. So what can I say? Okay, I am asking which is having more converging path, 1 or 2? Answer is 1, because rays are getting focused at a lesser distance, and in this case rays are getting focused at the larger distance. So let me draw a case of a concave lens also. Let us say one concave lens is this. Now this is the concave lens. Here what happening is this. So what is happening? Diverging is taking place, and another concave lens is this one. What is happening in this case? So if you look at in which case do you find diverging is more? In this case diverging is more if you try to find its focus. Its focus will be here, and if you try to find its focus, it is comparatively at much larger distance, and here distance is small. So what does it mean? Power of a lens is the measure of converging or diverging. Up to what range, up to what extent a lens is able to converge or diverge the light rays. So how I will define the power? Power is the measure of degree of diverging or converging of a lens. Now how it is? No, it is defined as, how it is defined? It is defined as reciprocal of focal length of a lens. So power, it is equal to 1 over f. Right? Power is 1 over f. It is the reciprocal of the focal. Now few points that you keep in your mind. Number 1, it is a scalar quantity. It has no direction. Number 2, its SI unit is diopter, and its symbol is capital D. How you will define diopter? All of you know power equals to 1 over f, and if f is 1 meter, then its power is 1 diopter. So I can say power is said to be 1 diopter. How? What is special in 1 diopter? So let me define that power. Power of a lens is said to be 1 diopter if the focal length of the lens is 1 meter. If there is a lens whose focal length is 1 meter, then its power is 1 diopter. So power of a lens is said to be 1 diopter if its focal length is 1 meter. Right? So this is the definition of this third. Focal length is negative for concave lens. So power is also negative for concave lens. If power of a lens is minus 5 diopter, which type of lens is that? It's concave lens. Fourth is focal length is positive for convex lens. So power is positive for convex lens. If power is positive, then I will say that lens is convex lens. Right? Fifth one is right. If there are number of lenses placed coaxially. Coaxially means same focal length coaxially. If there are number of lenses placed coaxially and are in closed contact. Let me tell you what is the meaning of this closed contact. Let us say I am having first lens, this is another lens, right? This is another lens, and they are having the same principal axis, right? Question is, what is the focal length, what is the net power of this system? So let, if P1, P2, P3 so on are powers of above said lenses, then power of system of lenses P equals to P1 plus P2 plus P3 so on. Right? We will do question on based on that. One more point. What is that point? Now question arises. There might be, let us say I am having this lens and I am having another lens. Now these two lenses are having same focal length, but there is some separation between them. Let us say separation between their optical centers is x. Then what is the power? If P1 is its power, P2 is this power, in this case power is given by P1 plus P2 minus x P1 P2, right? So this is the case when there is some separation between the lenses. Now let's do a few questions based on this. So these questions, they could be asked in your board examination, so do these questions, definitely they will be asked. Alright? Okay, question 1. Question 1. There is a lenses whose power are -3 diopter and +5 diopter. Identify the lenses. Which lens is this? Yes, you can speak. Concave lens. And what type of lens is this? Convex lens. Because convex lens focal length is positive, so its power will be positive. Concave lens power is negative and its focal length is also negative, right? Question 2. I am having 3 lenses, convex, and concave. Its focal length is 10 centimeter, its focal length is 20 centimeter, and its focal length is 5 centimeter. And these lenses are in closed contact and coaxially placed. Find net power of system of lenses. Solution is, listen students, while defining the SI unit of the lens, Now here focal lengths, they are given in centimeter and SI unit of focal length is meter. So first of all, let us say convex lens focal length, it is positive minus 10 centimeter. So I can write minus 10 over 100 meter minus 1 by 10 meter. Convex lens focal length is positive. And what about again convex lens? Minus 20 centimeter. Convert it into meter. 20 by 100 meter, it is 1 by 5 meter. And third one is concave lens. Its focal length is negative and convert it into meter, so it is minus 1 by 20 meter. Now, what is the power of first lens? 1 over f1, it is 10 diopter. Power of second lens is 1 over f2, it is 5 diopter. And power of third lens is 1 by f3, it is 1 over 20, 1 by 1 over 20, minus 20 diopter. And what is the total power? P1 plus P2 plus P3. So total power is 10 diopter, 5 diopter, minus 20 diopter, minus 5 diopter. So what does it mean? The power, net power of the system of lens is minus 5 diopter. My question is this system act as concave lens or convex lens? This system will act as a concave lens because its power is negative. So if I join these and if I will try to see this, the result will be same. If it is a single concave lens of power minus 5 diopter. Next question is, okay, very simple question I am asking you. What I am given? I am given one convex lens of focal length 10 centimeter, another concave lens of focal length 10 centimeter separated by 10 centimeter. My question is, this system behaves like dash. You have to complete this. Solution is convex lens. Its focal length is 10 centimeter. Convert it into meter. 10 by 100, it is 1 by 10 meter. And what will be the power? 1 over f1, it is 1 by 10, it is 10 diopter. And what is f2? Concave means minus 10 centimeter, converted into meter, divided by 100, it will be again 1 by 10 meter with negative sign. Because concave focal length is negative, so its power is also negative. So P2, it is minus 1 over f2, it is 1 over minus 1 by 10, it is minus 10 diopter. Now what is the separation? What I am given? This is a convex lens and this is a concave lens. They are having same and the separation between their optical center is 10 centimeter. What is this system? Diverging or converging? Let's take it out. What is the total power? P1 plus P2 minus X P1 P2, that I have told you. What is P1? 10. P2 minus 10. And what is this X? Here X is 10 centimeter. Convert it into meter. 10 by 100 meter. 1 zeros cancel. 1 by 10 meter. X is 1 by 10. And what is P1? It is again 10. And what is P2? It is again minus 10. And 10 cancelled, 1 0 is cancelled, minus minus plus, so it will be the plus 10 diopter. So what can I say? I can say that this system will act as a convex lens of power 10 diopter, right? Or converging lens of power 10 diopter. Okay, so with this we have finished the chapter light. In case any problem, WhatsApp your doubt. Thank you and have a nice day.